Well, hello. Hold on just a minute. We're having to back away from right there. That's perfect. Uh, our hair out here in the weather. Uh, right now we are at Alabama
Oh,
Point.
oh, oh.
You okay?
I hit the front of the Jeep.
Oh,
Those things.
we are at Alabama Point here right now in Orange Beach, Alabama, and yeah,
It's a bad hair day. I
it's
should
a
have wore
bad
a
hair day.
hat.
Let's step out of the way here and let them look. Step out of the
Look at
way
those
here and
beautiful
look.
faces. Look, the boat's coming in.
There is a boat coming in.
Look at the police car way over there. Can they see it?
No, I don't think so. There's a police jeep right there on the beach right now. We left the house this morning and it was
No. Yesterday, when you posted, it was 74
yeah,
degrees.
yesterday when we posted this we were 74 degrees. So now it is
Cold.
cold. It's 65 degrees.
Someone didn't
And the
wear
wind,
a long
and I'm in
sleeve
short
shirt.
sleeves.
I walked out in this, and he didn't even notice. So I guess.
And the
it's
wind
his fault.
is blowing, so it's a little chilly out here, but it's not bad. It's not real bad. Got the heater right here we're leaning on. But I want
There
to
ain't
show
no heat
you
coming off
this.
Jeep.
Walk over just a minute. Let them see what we're looking at. This is actually Alabama Pass. If you go about 4 miles this way, you'll run into Florida, and we're in Orange Beach, and this way is down here is Gulf Shores. We actually lived down here for about 20 something years, and our first RV we bought, we moved down here, and we love it. This area is actually probably going to be, I've seen some places, and I wanted to try to get I wanted to try to tell Dina we need to move to Wyoming or Montana when we want
No, this is home.
to quit traveling. But actually, this is where our doctor's at that we love very much, and our friends are here, and the weather's great in the wintertime. It's hot in the summer, but hey, we plan on traveling a lot uh, even after we quit traveling
look.
completely. Saw y'all on 65 heading south
Thanks,
last week.
Sarah.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is awesome. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, we like to hear that. Hope you will subscribe to the
She did.
channel.
And if you ever see us again, pull us over.
Yeah, pull us over and talk to us. We today we were hoping for a lot better weather out here. It's real gloomy, overcast, but the Gulf out there is calm. At least it's not the big waves. Over here let me turn us a little bit over here. Right here, that is the a place they built that restaurant out of. Can you see it?
No, not really. There's
Hold
a
on
lot
just a
of
minute.
pine.
Yeah, we built. If you can see this,
It's a really neat place.
they built it out of shipping containers. It's solid blue, and it's a restaurant right there on the point. It's really neat. But we said you were north.
We were in Athens.
Oh wow, it's cool up there. I understand in North Alabama right now. But we are going to be down here in South Alabama to the end of the month, and we hope to share with you a dolphin cruise. A friend of mine actually is a captain on a dolphin cruise down here, and we used to work together in law enforcement. So he's got his captain's license, and they got a huge boat. And we hope to go out on the dolphin cruise and let everybody see that.
Well,
and also,
we're going to do that when our daughter's here.
yeah, but
our
we'll
daughter's
still be
flying
able
from
to
Wisconsin to get out of the
we ought to
cold.
still be able to put some
yeah.
cameras out and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, he's got a parrot that he hangs around, has on his shoulder when he does
Is
his.
he a pirate?
Well, he could be. And he does
I
his
haven't met this
dolphin
guy, don't
cruise anyway. His name's Jeremy. But anyway, I've already talked to him about us doing the cruise, so hopefully the weather will be well enough that we can do it. We've been inside the last couple of days because it's been raining. It's been really raining down here.
No, it hasn't. You've been sick.
Well, yeah, I
It has
had
been
a
beautiful.
migraine, but it did rain.
No, it didn't. It drizzled for the first time. I swear, Tommy. Where have you been?
It was
It
raining.
has not rained the past 2 or 3 days. It is It is beautiful. It's been in the 70s. The dog and I have been walking every day.
Well, I did have a migraine
Yes.
for about 2 days.
She
I
saw
don't
us
know
at,
what it was.
Lowe's. That's
At
where she
Lowe's,
saw us.
should have come up and said hello. We love meeting people. Even
Bella, that's
uh,
a different person. That's different than Sarah. Hey, Bella.
hey Bella, yes, come up and say hello to us. I actually had somebody, I don't know, at Walmart said we were in Fayetteville and somebody came up and said something to me, and because they always see the Jeep and they think, you're trying to do a 1 million miles in the Jeep, which Jeep's not going to make it. I just want to tell you.
It'll make
But
it as long as it makes it.
yeah, but with the RV, it's what we travel in. We have a 40-foot Tiffin diesel pusher, and we travel with 2 dogs and a cat named Moses. Cat thinks he's a dog. And we just go around different places. We're actually, only reason we're down in Gulf Shores area right now, one is the weather is great, and our doctors are down here because we spent 25 years down here. I retired from the police department, and
Yeah, if you have
down
any
here,
questions
so,
about the Gulf Shores area, Orange Beach, and you're thinking about coming, give us a holler. We'll tell you everything about this place.
yeah, I'll even be honest with you about places too. But we love it down here. For most places, we love it down here. And like I said, our doctors are here, and we plan on seeing them. We just have like blood work once every 6-8 months, and they make sure that we're healthy.
They have to monitor my thyroid, so it's every 6 months for that. His cholesterol every 6 months. It's okay. So we love this area, and if you have any questions, you want to know great places to eat, things to go and see. Did y'all know that there is a Stonehenge in
Yep.
our area? Is it Orange Beach? Considered Orange Beach area?
Well, it's on the north side of the
Yeah.
Bay St. John.
We
It's
lived
over
here
there.
25 years and didn't know
Didn't
about
even
Stonehenge.
know all the Stonehenge was here, but they call it Bamahenge.
Yeah.
You can go on the internet and look at it. It's called Bamahenge, and what it is made out of fiberglass, but it's really good. It's big, and I think it's its actual size of the original
And
Stonehenge.
there's lots of dinosaurs hidden in the woods
Yeah, it's a
around
great
there.
place to take kids
Yes.
to. We got a video of that, but it's a great place to take kids. And also, we found a few little things. I don't know why they put it out there, but we walked the dog. It's about a quarter mile off the road in the middle of a field. It's one of the Greek goddesses.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Stone Greek goddess, and it's got in a circle. And I don't know if they had originally planned on making a trail out there, but we walked the dog down there, and that's the time Maggie, our lab, went swimming.
Yeah.
We didn't know actually there was water over there. She disappeared for about 5 minutes. We kind of panicked and hollering for her, and then here she comes. She's soaking wet, so she found water. But
Which is what labs do.
yeah. So anyway, the dinosaurs are neat. They're around there, and you can take the kids to see them. They're big fiberglass dinosaurs. And I mean, talking about actual looking size.
What's one of your favorite places to eat down here?
I like Shrimp Basket. I like Mikey's. Original Oyster House.
Original Oyster House right now through February has a really good special. All you can eat popcorn shrimp, or all you can eat fried fish. What was it? What kind of fish? Anyway, fried
grouper. Not grouper, but flounder.
Flounder. All you can eat flounder, and all you can eat.
You're making me
popcorn
hungry.
Shrimp.
And you're on a. She's on.
Anyway, wait a minute for $12.99.
She currently is on a juice fast, not doing anything but juice for
8 days.
8 days. And how many days you got left?
I have to go till day 21.
And
I'll start coming off of it at day
I am
18.
not on a juice fast. So,
Well,
but
I am
doing low carb. I'm trying to do low carb. I lost 50 pounds on the keto diet several years ago, but I just need to get down again a little bit. But the food's great down here.
Yes.
You can always eat it grilled too. I mean, that grilled fish is something that I eat most of the time down here now.
Oh, and there's the dinner theaters. We went to a dinner theater last time, and it was really neat. There are dinner theaters down here. There's Oa, which is like a what is that called?
It's the Indian reservation.
What's it? No, Oa. What is it called though? It's like a amusement park.
Yeah.
With the really neat roller coasters and all, I can't get someone to ride with me. So I've got to wait till my daughter comes and maybe she'll ride with me because someone doesn't like heights.
I don't like roller coasters, so
Okay, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, he don't like roller coasters. I should have known that before I married you. Why didn't you tell me that?
I don't know. It's a question you
48 years later now.
Didn't
I
ask.
just learned something.
It must be warming up a little bit because it doesn't feel as cold. And I see a lot of people on the beach, and I saw some guys in a
They were going,
kayak.
no, there's two guys that were going out. I think they were going out to
Kayak fishing,
surf. Maybe? No?
maybe.
I don't know.
There's a car on the beach. Don't they know that you can't have a car on the beach?
I think that's a car that knows it can go on the beach.
Why?
Oh, Sarah said you're a wise man.
I'm a wise man.
She doesn't like heights either.
I don't like roller coasters.
This is from somebody who talked me into us learning how to fly an ultralight.
Well,
So-
now that's different because I control myself. In
So
these
he
things.
flew
I
in an
control-
ultralight, and I flew an ultralight by myself. Y'all have to hear this real quick. We were down here. I flew the ultralight, and it was the first time I flew by myself. And I kept coming in and taking off, and coming in and taking off. I wasn't touching the ground. And he got me on the radio, and he said, "Hey, you need to quit practicing coming in and landing because you need to get on the ground before the sun goes down." I wasn't practicing landing. Every time I came down, I kept seeing this barbed wire fence down there. I didn't want to hit that. I finally made it down.
I flew the ultralight by myself, of course, several times and on several different occasions, and loved it. But then they started having all of these regulations on the sports pilot thing, where you had to have the engine rebuilt every year and everything. It got expensive. They made it expensive.
You know, the thing I say is, we did it, 15 years ago? We did it. We're 65 now, 66 now. We don't need to do it again. Oh, you're almost 67.
Don't rub it in.
You are almost 67.
Almost don't count.
Ooh.
It's like only matters in hanger nets and horseshoes. But anyway, hopefully by the end of we leave down here that I'll be down in my weight some. I'd like to get down. I'd like to lose a total of 65 pounds, but not in 3 months.
I don't care about our weight. We're headed over towards Florida when we leave here is our plan. Of course, we have an issue with our solar right now. We're hoping to work them out tomorrow.
Our solar, for whatever reason, is not our inverters are not recognizing our solar. We're plugged up, so it doesn't matter right now. But I think they can get online and fix that over the phone, though. It's so high-zood, as they say. They're
do y'all have any questions about the area or anything? You want to know anything
about
how we got started or what?
Yeah, we're actually going from here, hopefully down the forgotten coast of Florida and over to maybe St. Augustine and then back up towards Savannah. We are full-time. Sarah, I don't know if they mentioned that. We are full-time in Bella. We started full-time once before in 2014, 15, and then we're on the road 2 years. We came off, got a business, and went back on the road. It's been 2 years ago. April, and we sold our business, sold our house.
And anything that wouldn't fit in the RV. So we do not have a storage unit.
No, we took anything. Well, we took a few things that we didn't want to sell, and we took them
Family photos and stuff to our daughter.
Gave them to our daughter to hold on to. But other than that, we didn't get a storage unit. The first time we went full time, we had a storage unit, paid about $600 a month, and it was just terrible. I mean, we never went there. The time we did, we never even looked at that stuff.
Sarah and Bella, we have two children.
It looks like we have about
both of them are adopted. We have a daughter from South Korea and a son from Huntsville, Alabama. He is a singer-songwriter in Nashville, Tennessee. Dakota Green is his name. Look him up on YouTube. You will not be sorry. And our daughter is in Milwaukee area. She is an accountant. She's married to an accountant and loves her life. And so by traveling, we get to see both of them. We don't have to go and stay in the house. He doesn't have to be in the in-laws' house, and I don't have to be in the in-laws' house. We can just go and visit, and they can come see us when they want to. And we usually stay up there at least a month, sometimes longer. Last year, we stayed 3 months.
And Sarah, Tennessee, where is she from in Tennessee?
I don't know. Sarah, where are you from in Tennessee?
If you're still with us.
I don't know. Nobody's talking, so
I don't know. It says we got about the way I've seen our lives, sometimes our lives will have 200 or 300 people on here, and other times we have 4 or 5, and they catch up with us later on. They watch a little bit of it. That's what's hurting our channel right now. We have only about 1,200, nearly 1,300
she's from
subscribers.
Elton. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I know
We go
exactly
up
where you
to
are.
Sarge's and eat a lot. Do you know where Sarge's is? Sarge's is a great place for
Yeah,
fish
and
and hamburgers and
but
steak.
we're missing our watch time. We need more people to watch longer periods of time on our channel so that YouTube pays me a YouTube currently doesn't pay me anything, and they run ads on my channel until we get 4,000 hours of watch time. So it's till we get that, they get all of it, and I don't get anything. She says she's heard of it. It's out near the interstate.
Oh my gosh! If
They
you've
have
never
steaks. They have
been,
great
go.
steaks out there, and fish too.
It's on 64, right? Right as you get off the interstate, go and try it. It is absolutely a great place to eat. Don't look online and see when they're open though.
I tell you, in fact, almost years ago, we almost bought some land in Elkton. We looked
Mhm.
around Elkton, right in that area. It's a beautiful little town, uh, small town. Yeah, we used to buy. In fact, I bought some tractor stuff from that. Used to be a tractor place up there. I bought some over the years. I think I bought a tractor up there. In fact, over there years ago. We used to have a farm in Cash Point, Tennessee, years ago, and we bought some stuff over there from that place.
We're boring.
We're boring.
We're losing people.
Very small. Yeah. Yeah.
We're boring. We're sorry. We're just two boring old people.
Yeah. But let's look at the. I mean, the view right here is incredible.
The red
Yeah.
flags are flying, which we know not
Means
to get in the water.
The undertone stuff is bad, but this really is the best time to be down here if you don't want to swim in the Gulf. We're not big Gulf swimmers. I mean, I haven't been in the Gulf in years.
When we lived here,
Even living here, I never went in the Gulf much.
Well, I took our children in the summertime. I took them every day to the beach. We would have a picnic on the beach every day. And then as they got older, we got wave runners and we would go out to what is called Robinson Island.
Yeah, but I mean, as
Beautiful
far as
spot.
I worked all the time and I didn't have a chance to go to the beach a lot. But even then, it's just if you're down here, everybody says, "Oh, I'd love to live on the coast. I'd be at the beach every day." Well, if you're an adult, I don't know that you
if
would.
You have kids, you
kind
probably
of get
would.
tired of it after. Not really get tired of it. You just, I mean, like today you might go fishing. It's a
If
good
you
day
talk to our
fishing.
children, they would tell you some of their favorite memories was going shrimping at 3 in the morning. Another memory that they have that really impacted them was he called me. He was on duty in Gulf Shores, and he called me and he said, "Hey, get the kids up and come down here to the beachfront." And I was like, "It's 11 o'clock at night. They've got school tomorrow." He said, "This is a once in a lifetime thing. Get them up and bring them down here." So I did. We got down there, and had the baby turtles had started hatching, and they were going towards the street lights instead of toward the Gulf.
And you had to turn them around
and
head them down to the beach.
Yep.
Here comes a boat here. I think they have the dolphin cruises or maybe just a sail cruise. They're going around the thing. I don't know if they'll go all the way out into the Gulf today, but it's a sailboat. I
Wild
guarantee
Hearts. It's called Wild Hearts.
Huh? Wild Hearts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think he's got his engine running too because I don't see where there's enough wind to push him.
Sarah, I hope you will come back
there
and watch some of our videos, some of the previous videos. You can start from the beginning if you want to, or just watch some that look really interesting. We've got, I think, Mackinac Island. If you've never been to Michigan's Mackinac Island,
let them see this.
That'd be a beautiful place.
See this boat here
I
coming
think it's going
across
to have
here.
to go that way. There it is.
There's the sailboat there. It's a bigger sailboat than you think. It's probably 50, 60 feet long, and they have day sails, and I think it's like a dolphin cruise too. They go out to sea.
It looks like it's Titanic. She's on the front.
Huh?
The girl on the front looks like the Titanic.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is what you have when you have two old people trying to make a YouTube channel.
I don't know. There's a few other guys on here that are really,
Older than us.
yeah, older than us, or they're out here doing stuff and see the country. Yeah, he's got his engines on too, and they're just kind of cruising around.
A lot of times.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Interrupt. I saw your 1 million mile road trip.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Okay. Well, we're actually live right
we're
here
live
on
right
there
now.
But
Hey.
basically, we have a 40-foot RV that we travel around.
Yeah, we
the
had
United
somebody
States
come
with
up,
full
so.
time.
All right.
And we have a YouTube channel. In fact, let me see if I can give you a card here.
Okay, so Tommy's going to give him a card, and anyway, there's one in between the seats. That in my thing. Hey, I told him we're live right now. If y'all want to come say hey to our subscribers. No, hey, look at my hair. We had two people hit us up that saw us in North Alabama last week, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, Sarah, they're just wanting to know about the 1 million mile road trip. So this is how it happens, and it is great. What I was going to tell y'all is in the summertime, this right here will be so full of boats coming in and out fishing. Let me tell you a funny God thing that happened. We one Sunday in March, our daughter was home from college, and this has been several years ago. And she said, "Hey, can we do something different today besides go to church? Because I have to leave tomorrow. Can we go out in the boat?" And so we said, "Sure." Well, it was a little cold that day because it was March. We got in the boat. And we came out to the water, and as we were going out of the pass, we noticed something bobbing in the water, and we couldn't figure out what it was. It didn't look right, so we pulled closer, and it was two young men who had been on the other side and decided instead of walking across the bridge, they would swim across. When we picked them up, they were in their underwear and freezing, and I just kept saying, "What possessed you to think you could do that?" And we called the Marine police. They came and picked him up. But our daughter looked at us and she said, "Do you realize that if we had not changed our plans and come this way, those two boys may not have survived?" And it's true. Hypothermia was setting in. They were freezing. They had lost their clothes. I mean, it was crazy. And so it was, I don't know if they'll ever remember us, but it was really, and these I don't know, I don't think they'd been drinking. I don't know, but I don't know what possessed them to think that they could swim across there with all these boats going in and out. And we were trying to tell the boats to, to slow down. There's people in the water. And anyway, we were able to get to them pretty quick and get them on board the boat and then call the Marine police to come and pick them up. So anyway, that's what happened. And it was a very scary but interesting day. And that was one of those God days where we were in the right place at the right moment to do the right thing. So if you ever get a chance to come down here, be sure and go underneath the bridge. We used to fish underneath the bridge at night. We'd go out in our boat sometimes. In fact, one night we got drugged. The boat, I snagged a big fish. My brother was with us, and it drug us all over out here and back in the inlet areas. And I got it really close to getting it in after about an hour, and then it broke my line. I don't know what it was, but I can tell you it was pulling a boat with 4 adults and 2 kids in it all over the place. So it was pretty neat. But anyway, that's just some fun things that happened while we were here. My kids were raised here. I find it funny that my daughter is in Milwaukee where it's freezing cold, and she grew up on a beach. But they loved it here. My son says if he ever hits it big on a song or anything, that he's going to buy our house back down here. He loved our house that we built in Orange Beach. It's on the backwater, and he loved that. So he said he's going to buy it back so we can all come and enjoy the time again. But I'm feeling raindrops. I just had one, so it may be starting to rain. But anyway, this is home to us, and we love traveling. Don't get me wrong, we are going to travel. We got plans to go out west. We want to go to Arizona. We've never been to California. We want to go to Alaska. And all these things will take time. And, you know, plans change. And when plans change, you just go with the flow. Um, we believe in praying. We believe in asking God to direct our steps. And so that's what we will do. We'll just continue to ask Him to direct our steps, help us to know which way to go. And if y'all are praying people, you could pray for direction for us. You could also pray for our children because our son really could use a break. And in Nashville, Tennessee, there ain't whole lot of breaks. But I was supposed to go to Korea this year. Plans changed. My daughter decided that it wasn't a good time for them to take me to Korea. We're going to see if we can. I got this messy hair. We got to go and see if we can. Well, we're going to go back to where she was born and show her as much as we can. Or I am. Her dad's not going. Hey, Pink. We're in Orange Beach right now. I don't know if that's your neck of the woods or not. Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, Foley area. Love it here. Sarah, don't get me to preaching because, girl, I could preach. I will tell you real quick. I've never told this story on here before. I was in Korea when I was 9 to 12 years old with my dad, and he was in the military. And on the weekends, the Children's Red Cross would come pick us up, and they would take us to orphanages and hospitals to play with the kids. And one day I walked into an orphanage that was a school gymnasium that had been turned into an orphanage, or the gymnasium was where they kept most of the kids. We didn't go anywhere else but the gymnasium. And this little girl, about 3 years old, walked up and held her arms up to me and was crying. And I didn't know God then, but I knew there was a God by my grandmother. And so I reached down and picked her up, and I sat down, and she was crying, and I was holding her and rocking her. Now I'm 9, 10, 11 years old. And I just remember saying to God, she just wants a mommy to love her. And so when we left Korea, I told my dad I was going to adopt. And when Tommy and I started dating on our first date, I told him that I wasn't going to have children, that I was going to adopt. And when he asked me to marry him, I reminded him of that, and he was okay with it. When we had been married 3 years, he said, let's have one first and then adopt. And I told God, if we can have one, we'll never adopt because it'll be too easy. So it turned out that because we're married to each other, we could not have children. If we were married to anybody else, we would have children. And he offered me a divorce, which I immediately hit him as hard as I could on the arm and reminded him that I didn't want to have children. And so we put in our paperwork, and before we put in our paperwork, Alabama was not allowing international adoptions at the time. So I wrote a letter to the governor and asked him to please open Alabama up to international adoption so we could have a baby. And he wrote me back and said, there's too many babies in Alabama that need a baby. I'm a parent, we're not going to do that. And I wrote him back and reminded him of the time period. It's 10 years and $20,000 to $30,000. So they opened Alabama up in March. Our paperwork was in by May. And in August, we got a call that we had a little girl. And she happened to be born on the day that Tommy and I had started dating, 9 years before that, I think it was. And so it didn't matter. That was perfect. And they had told us that we would be getting the youngest baby of all. Well, I have to tell y'all, she was not the youngest. She was not the youngest. She was not the littlest. When they brought her to us on December 15th to Atlanta, Georgia, it was, she was 7 months old and weighed 22 pounds. So when they put her in my arms, I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, she never had a transition period. She never cried. The next morning, people were coming to see her, like my parents, my grandparents, and all. And when they did, she would crawl over to me and lay her head on my chest and just look at them and smile. There was never a time when there was a transition period for her. And so it was awesome. And when she was 2, she started asking God and us and Santa Claus and anybody that would listen for a baby brother. And we adopted a child, and the mother changed her mind when she was 8 years old. And the mother took the baby back. And so, anyway, I went to God's Word and asked Him to give me something that would help me through this pain. Tommy had locked himself in the nursery and was crying, and it was horrible. And I opened my Bible to Psalms 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And I closed my Bible and I said, okay, God, the desire of my heart is a little boy with blonde hair and big brown eyes, but I'll take whatever you give me. About 3 months later, I got a call from a young lady, and the nursery was closed up, and she had heard about us from a friend of a friend and wanted to meet us. We went and met with her. She already had two daughters. She had given one daughter up for adoption, and she was pregnant. Didn't know what the baby was going to be. She was due in 3 weeks, and something like that. Yeah, something like 3 weeks. And so anyway, we met with her, and when we got up to leave, she said, I want y'all to raise this baby. And so then she calls me about, I don't know, about 3 or 4 months later, or 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 days later, and she said, what if this baby's born with a problem? And I said, like what? And she said, what if it's born without an arm or a leg? Because I did LSD before I had my first child, and she's got problems. I said, God's not going to give me more than I can handle. And then she called me back and said, what if it's a girl instead of a boy? I said, God's going to give me what He wants me to have. So when he was born, she called and said, come get your son. And so we had a little boy. And when he was 9 months old, his dad, Tommy, his dad, asked me, he said, are you sorry God didn't give you what you wanted? And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, he doesn't have brown eyes. And I looked at him and I said, God gave me what He wanted me to have. And I always tell this, it's almost like that God looked down and said, whatever, you've used, you're satisfied with what I got, what I gave you, so I'm going to give you what you really wanted. And when he was 9 months old, his eyes turned deep brown. His hair was white blonde until he was about 5 years old. And then it started turning brown. But I had that little baby boy that I had asked for. And I feel like that God did that so that my testimony is I delighted myself in the Lord, and God gave me what I wanted. So, when you pray, don't be shy about being specific. I mean, God's pretty specific. Look at us. Every one of us is different. Praise the Lord. Wouldn't be a lot of fun walking around with a lot of Meddenas or a lot of Tommies. So anyway, that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. How about that? I would love to hear some praise the Lords from y'all of things that God has done in your life, because we have a mighty God and Savior, Jesus Christ, who is able to do above and beyond. In Jeremiah 33:3, it says, call on me and I will show you great and mighty things which you do not know. Now, I bet y'all $1 that Tommy will never walk away from a live stream again and tell me and walk away and not come back. Those people are still talking to him, and it's okay, but I don't know what to talk about now. I've told you my life story. So, this is going to be one of those live streams that either people are going to laugh at or people are going to get mad, because there's some people. We have another channel that we do on missing people. It's called the Missing Live Stream, and on it we talk about missing people, and a lot of times people on there will come on and say, hey, can you pray with us about this? A family member's missing or whatever, and we pray. And I always preface it with, we're about to pray. If you don't want to be a part of this, it's fine. We don't have any judgment on you. We just, I don't want to catch you off guard. And so we give them a minute to pop off, and some do. We used to have nasty comments at the beginning, but not anymore. So it's okay. But anyway, when he sees this video, when he goes back and watch it, he's going to be crazy. He's going to think, what in the world did I do? Probably I should have walked off and let him stay over here and talk, because he could tell you more about RVing and stuff like that. So let's transition from that. How about some neat things I learned while RVing? One thing is, and this is good for if you have a home too, shower doors. You know how the soap scum gets on there? Well, let me tell you what I learned. if after you shower, you wipe all the surfaces down with a dry rag, there's no soap scum. That's a good thing. I've not got any soap scum. Yes, Charlie, it's a beautiful beach, isn't it? We have Alabama has the most beautiful white beaches. If y'all don't know, this is a 27-mile long island. It takes in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach and Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan is on Mobile Bay. It was protected during the Civil War, not Civil War, maybe the Civil War, but the Revolutionary War too. And so it's a neat place to go and visit. It's kind of cut off now. When we two used to take our kids to Fort Morgan 20 years ago, I would take the youth group out there and we would play sardines, whereas one person goes and hides, and then anybody who finds them hides with them until the last person finds them. It's a really neat game to play. We played out there all the time. However, they're redoing stuff and they're sectioning it off, and you can't go so far into the fort like we used to. I mean, there were some great hiding places in that fort. I went there. Tommy's parents brought me here when I graduated from high school. And a friend came with us because Tommy was working, and we got locked in the fort one night and had to climb over the walls and walk 5 miles back to the house. But it's a really neat place. There's a lot to do in Orange Beach and Gulf Shores. Orange Beach is more laid back, more family oriented. Gulf Shores is a lot of places like the Spring Breakers. If you don't like crowds, don't come for spring break. Don't come on the weekends of holidays because the traffic will keep you so tied up. It's crazy. And I'm not really sure. Since we left Orange Beach, they did this crazy thing with the traffic pattern, and you can't turn on 161 north anymore, and it's crazy. But anyway, it's a neat place, and there's the Hangout, which is a big place on the beach that they have a big. I think if you go online and look on YouTube at some of the Hangout festivals, I mean they're really big. I would not say they're family oriented at all. Not from what I've seen or what I've heard. It would be more for the adults. I wouldn't take my children there. Shrimp Festival comes up in October. That's a great time to be here. There's usually about 300,000 people on the island. Shrimp festivals in Gulf Shores. They set up the whole town, down by the beach area is blocked off. It's full of vendors. It can be all the foods you could ever want to eat is down there. And then all of the different trinkets and all. That's kind of neat. Let's see. Orange Beach is doing something over on the canal road that I'm not sure of, and the wharf. The wharf is a great place to go and walk around. They've got a lot of shops. They've got a lot of places to eat. A lot of times they do fishing tournaments, and the people will bring their fish there. I've seen some huge tunas hung up out there. It's crazy. Pink, you never did tell me. You must be in my neck of the woods. Which neck of the woods are you in, Pink? If you're still here, I hope you are. Anyway, look, it's quieted down. I don't know. Some of y'all may not have seen this. Over just beyond, I don't know if y'all can see it. Over just beyond the pine trees, there's a blue building. We were telling y'all about it. It's a nice, neat restaurant that was built out of shipping containers, and you can eat out underneath the umbrellas. It's good food. Like anything, prices have gone up everywhere, but you can still go into some of the souvenir shops, and right now they've got 75% off t-shirts and stuff like that. Orange Beach has let me see if I can show y'all this. Orange Beach has a new logo, small town, big beach, with Gulf Shores on the thing. These are really nice. It's just a neat area. That's why we keep coming back. When we're too old to drive the RV, this is where we'll be. So y'all can come visit us here. But anyway, I'm out of things to say, so y'all better either ask a question or I might have to put in the broadcast because I don't know what Tommy wants me to do. He's still talking to the people. Yeah, if you don't know my husband, if you ever meet him, he is a talker. Well, I guess you think I am too, because I'm the only one talking. Y'all aren't saying anything. Okay. Hey, we got a ball game tomorrow night. National championship. Not my team playing, Roll Tide, but I'll still be watching. It's a good game. I love supporting the boys. It's kind of neat to watch those guys play their hearts out. So anyway, I guess I'm going to hit in the broadcast and let Tommy deal with the rest. And y'all leave us some comments. Check us out. And if you get a chance, hit us up sometime and tell us that you're in town and maybe we can meet up. We love to do meetups. So y'all take care and we'll see you next time. Bye. Uh-oh, I don't know how to end the broadcast. Oh my gosh. I think did that end it? Oh no, I don't know what to do. Okay, I think I ended it. Bye, y'all. Am I still on? Oh my gosh. I thought I ended it. This is crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can end this. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I don't know how to end it. Having trouble connect. I don't want to connect. I want to end. Y'all, this is I know, Sarah, I'm still on. Oh, please tell me I'm off now.